finished.
Yeah, but he's still. I think that my little bit of love is the good ones are really fine. But I think Max and Max will work better.
Yes, absolutely. Max and Max, yes.
Yeah, that works.
Because the primary and secondary, they
Once
do.
you're primary, secondary.
Since the red two secondary, they couldn't put the red.
What? Let's go, jeez. Good shot.
No, I still don't agree.
Check, 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 check.
And
Check, 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 check.
here, you were here hours ago.
Check, 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 check.
He's only 15 years old, so good for him for making it into this league and playing so competitively at such a young age.
I was going to ask. I didn't know who the youngest was. I know we just had Stevie out on the court as well at 13. So, yeah, 2 youngsters making their mark in the game. 0-0, starting off the men's here. Just deep, quick point to the Pronghorns. And quick point right back. A couple quick ones to start off here as everybody settles into this men's match. I know Ernesto and Louis Charles have been playing some great pickleball so far today. I haven't had a chance to watch the Pronghorns yet.
Ernesto and Louis have quite a bit of experience playing together. I'm assuming that Jacob and Brad probably don't, so we will see how this goes here today and see if they have some chemistry together.
Good quick hands from Brad, what we all expect, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, Jacob being a youngster and Brad having so much experience himself in the league and around Canadian pro pickleball and pro pickleball in North America. We'll see if that helps them settle in together.
Seeing a bunch of errors right off the bat here as they're settling in, but sometimes it takes a little bit to feel each other out.
For Ernesto and Louis, they're comfortable playing the long game, playing the long, drawn-out dink rallies and finding their time to jump and attack. Sometimes see with the youngsters that myself have played with quite a few of the junior players, and we have a lot up and coming in the U.S., like Stevie coming over here and whatnot, and nice put away from Brad there. But a lot of times might have a little bit of the jitters and things like that, especially stepping in the beginning of a rally scoring match.
For sure, and playing against a team so dominant like Louis and Ernesto is, of course, going to give you a little bit of the jitters. Being new to this league adds a little bit to that as well. Unlucky net court there, but definitely see the philosophy between both these teams right now is definitely to drive the thirds and see where they can create some space from there. It'll be interesting to see if either team starts to try and slow it down a little bit so we can get into some longer rallies here. Jacob's a little frustrated with that missed third there.
We tend to have a consistent theme right now. We got to get past the thirds and see where the game takes us from there. But I mean, great facility here at Smash Pickleball. These guys are all playing with the Onyx Durafast 40, so with that ball, it's going to play quick. These guys are going to be really trying to dig out everything they can and keep it nice and tight and low, but sometimes it's difficult with such a fast, well-playing ball. The other thing is here, it's a long day. I know throughout the seasons of CNPL how many matches in a day has changed, but still playing 3 matches in a day, grinding it out, takes a toll on the body.
Yeah, it definitely adds up, and having some nerves and stress and being a little tense on top of it can make it difficult throughout the day. Pronghorns are calling a timeout by the looks of it here. We had a little bit of a dinking rally there on their backhands. And Jacob got a little excited to try and get that around the post. Those are pretty difficult here because you don't have a lot of space between the net and the fence on the side there. Ernesto and Louis are often looking for opportunities to speed up that ball. They rely a lot on their power and their reflexes, which are very good.
Great flick there from Jacob. Took advantage of the ball. It wasn't too high at all from Louis Charles, but hung just a bit. Was able to bury that down the middle.
Force him to pop it up just a little tiny bit high enough for him to be able to flick it. He's got a really good backhand roll across court.
I will say that the serves low and into the net. It's been a common trend over the last few matches that I've watched. I don't know if it's just quite a mix of the way the ball is playing, everybody trying to force a little bit quicker points and really go big on the serve. Good space here at Smash Pickleball back behind the court, so not a huge advantage, I don't think, there, but everyone's really trying to step on the serves right now.
I wonder if it maybe has something to do with using the Durafast. I mean, since it's such a quick ball and often has some weird bounces as well. Maybe they're trying to use the serve more to their advantage, but for sure shouldn't be making many errors on the serve like that. Great spot by Ernesto there.
Just wide there on the dink from Jacob. Good footwork regardless from Louis Charles. He was on that ball. That's a heck of a way to draw Louis out wide and Jacob in the middle open.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Jacob seems to be wanting to get in this pattern of pulling Louis out wide so that he can put the ball down the middle. Really good strategy there.
Interesting to see if Ernesto changes anything up, kind of squeeze a little bit more. Chapman able to pull that one ball back over the net, going off his wrist. Pretty impressive point there.
Really great defense over there. Brad's able to get some really difficult balls. Moves really well around the court. Louis and Jacob trying to battle out these backhand rolls here. That one goes a little bit too wide. good look there. Just didn't quite get there in time, I don't think. You don't have a lot of space. You really got to get on the ball quick for those.
Yeah, if we were outside playing somewhere, he probably would have been able to find his way around that. Especially, we're lucky to have 2 officials on the court here to be able to make sure nothing's missed, and we have some great line calls, but it also takes a little bit of space away on that already tight sideline setting. Great hands for Ernesto.
Really good hands. Okay, so we have Brad, Chapman, and Kim Layton here. Both these teams are pretty experienced playing together. Should be some good chemistry on either side. This should be a really good match. Just got the line.
Yeah, come out firing to begin with. That's a heck of a first point.
Kim there, but
that angle from Louis Charles, that ball is definitely not coming back.
Yep.
It's a tall order in here, even with a little bit of gates and spacing on the side to be able to get that back. You have to climb the fence.
Not only is it a great angle, but he's got lots of power as well. Can't afford to pop balls up to Brad. He will put those away.
Just stays back on the Pronghorn side. Thought that one might like a little lucky dribble, bounce over. Louis Charles was there anyway, I think. But see if we settle into some dinking rallies here. The points are getting shorter and shorter between these two teams, I think.
That was a great serve by Brad, deep in the court. Louis returned up really deep. I'm not sure that was the best choice to drive the ball on his back foot there.
Great drive there from Louis Charles, too. I mean, Anne-Sophie's serve is so flat, so hard. Really difficult to get a good return. And Kim hit a pretty good ball back, but even better from Louis.
Set up from Kim there so that Brad could put that ball away when it's popped up in the middle. Attacking the ball at Anne-Sophie's feet. Really good flip there by Louis. You don't want to hang the ball up even just a little bit. He'll flip that all day.
Great hands by Kim, stay in that, not back up or give up any court. force Louis Charles into punching down on it into the net. Definitely a good point.
Really good. It's hard to go head-to-head with Louis Charles, but she definitely stood her ground there.
Set her up for that perfectly, and she held the ground, squeezed a little bit, and found her way back by Louis Charles. I mean, with how aggressive he plays, even playing with Anne-Sophie, and with those two knowing each other so well, it still opens up some court back behind him, and Pronghorns were able to find it.
Kim is not afraid to try and go behind the male. It really works out in her favor, keeping him honest down the line there.
We are at 8-9 here. Ball back to the Lions. We'll see if there's any strategy change. I feel like the last 5 or 6 points slowed the ball down a little bit, still driving a majority of the thirds, but we've had some longer dinking rallies and some very good point construction.
Pickups by Kim there, but it was really smart for Louis to drop the ball while Kim was backed up deep in the court there.
That all started with a great return from Kim right on the line, kind of set up the whole point from there. Kept the Lions back a little bit, bought them a little extra time on the side of the Pronghorns.
Great grab by Kim there.
Step back speed up from Anne-Sophie, pulling the trigger quick. Bit of a high ball that Kim had to get a good paddle on just to be able to dig it out. Great ball from Louis Charles there. Nothing like a good Burt to earn your team a point and put you ahead 13-12. I think Brad wants that ball back there. He was sitting on it.
Definitely.
Just slight mishit, but he wants that one back.
Anne-Sophie might have got away with that one there. Really great ball there.
Can't be any more well placed than that.
forcing Louis to sprint over there. Just wasn't able to get there in time. I like those speed ups down the middle from Anne-Sophie. She's got a little bit of deception on them. You're not really sure if she's going to flick on their dink.
Good leave there. Yeah, I feel like both of the Lions players, between Louis Charles and Anne-Sophie, they both, a lot of their shots look the same, right? The more we can keep every shot looking the same, the more you don't know, are you getting the dink, the speed up, you know, hands battle, reset, everything looks the same from those two, and yeah, it's definitely earned them a few extra points here.
For sure, they look very calm and collected all the time, so you never really know what they're going to do. You just have to be ready for everything.
Timeout to the Pronghorns. They live up to the name well most of the time, so the more active they get and more balls they can put away, for them the better. See what can be done by the Pronghorns here to pull out this mix, and we'll have the next mixed match coming up as well here shortly with Stevie and Ernesto and Jake and Carolina.
Tough one. Anne-Sophie's glad she got out of that one. Serve was just long there.
Personally, I like the big serve there, though. You're up by a couple points. I know it's rally scoring. You never want to give anything up, but the bigger the Lions have been playing, the better they've been playing. So. That is a heck of a step back speed up from Anne-Sophie after Kim placed a great ball in the transition zone right on the line.
She was Brad kind of watching the line there, and she was able to rip it down the middle at Kim's back end.
Almost had a nice lefty dig from Louis Charles. Again, the Lions were frozen at 20, so we're at 20-16. Another game point. Well placed. Wasn't a whole lot there that was open either. Louis Charles had only maybe stepped back a few inches off the line and opened up that over his right shoulder in between the two. Well placed from Kim.
Kim's tried to put a lot of the balls behind Louis, so maybe he was thinking that was what was coming, so I like that she switched it up and went down the middle there.
Brad got everything he wanted there, I think. Just couldn't quite put it away. Great jump. A little shake and bake poach from Kim and Brad. See if they can get another hold here. We're on our third game point.
A weird bounce there.
And a fault off the serve as well, so another point back to the Pronghorns.
Discussion over what happened there. Brad's checking the ball as it did not bounce much at all on that serve.
Yeah, it looks like there's some discussion. They're changing the ball out, but it looks like there's discussion around Anne-Sophie, I believe, was called for a service fault on her serve motion, which I think was some of the discussion as well. And discussion number 2. See if we can get to around 3.
It's quite loud in here, so you really got to bring everybody in so we're all on the same page. The ref's doing a good job of making sure everyone's on the same page here. And we'll get back to it. King serving.
Game point number 4 coming up here. Point game to the Lions. Heck of a hard-fought battle there. Some momentum swings from both sides, but the Lions find a way to pull it out.
It's always tough when you feel like you have the momentum at the beginning and it starts slipping. It's hard to get that back. Really great game, though, from both teams there.
And that'll give the match to the Lions, but we still have our second mixed pairing coming up. The Lions do lead the match 3-0. Oh, we do have the 2 junior players here. That'll be facing off head-to-head. See how many hands battles we get out of that, but 0-0. Get started. Well placed by Ernesto. Anytime you can let him get over the ball, he's going to find the shoelaces. And that's exactly what he was able to do there. I expect to see a very fast-paced start here from Ernesto and Stevie. Just haven't seen them play earlier. They're only going to really slow it down if somebody forces them to slow it down. They both have great hands and very strong thinking ability. Great hands battle from Pronghorns.
Carolina likes to speed up the ball as well. She really likes her 2-man backhand in there. Speeds up down the middle a lot, but might not be the best option with Ernesto there with his forehand. Couple missed serves there. One from the Pronghorns, one from the Lions. Let's see if Carolina can get this one in.
Well-placed drop there from Carolina, making Stevie stretch for that.
What a great pickup from Jacob over there. Reflexes are so quick. He was able to get a paddle on that and get that over. Ernesto must have been upset with that one there.
Jacob got what he was looking for, but yeah, Ernesto will be looking for some redemption on the next overhead, and not a ball he misses very often.
Trying to mix up the serve a little lob serve, unfortunately a little bit long. Got a spare shoe.
Right there, right there.
Jacob gave Ernesto a little bit of a dead dink on his forehand there. Pretty dangerous. He's got lots of options of what to do with that ball. Block by Carolina.
Yeah, it seems like the Pronghorns are trying to force a few of the thirds to have to be taken on the Lions side by Ernesto. Kind of keep him back a little bit, not allow him to poach and shake and bake and do the things that have kind of made the Lions successful so far today. Get a replay on that point after a quick ball on. You mentioned it before, but good quick reflexes from Jacob there. That was straight into the gut. Looked like it was going to be a body bag, and he was able to get a paddle on it.
Got some very fast hands over there. Catches the tape there and goes over. Speed up down the middle that Carolina likes so much on her backhand. Gotta be careful. It can be an iffy spot to go with Ernesto there.
Great put away from Ernesto. It might be a little payback from the one he missed earlier. So back on cue.
Ernesto really flicks his wrist on those high overheads, so he's able to get that ball down. I think that may have caught the line. Yep, just caught the line there. Carolina's laughing over there. She's happy she got a piece of that and it was able to drop in.
Heck of a good drive from Jacob. Jammed up Ernesto a little bit, got the hands caught too close to the body, and able to capitalize for the Pronghorns. They're at 11-8. Maybe a little bit ambitious of a step there from Ernesto. Had Stevie in a pretty good spot probably to take that volley, but he does a great job of covering court, so I expect to see him back over there again in the next point or two.
For sure. And I think this is a newer partnership, so it's going to take some adjusting to the amount of court Ernesto is able to take. See that often on a drop to Carolina's backhand.
Great put away by Stevie there. Don't leave anything up to, with her tennis background, up to that shoulder. She prefers the two-handed backhand over the forehand.
From Stevie. Unfortunately, Ernesto maybe just was not expecting it a little bit there, just a little bit late getting to that on the forehand. Ernesto generates so much power from out in front of him. It's very impressive.
Maybe a little edge guard put away there, but I don't know how Carolina got her body out of the way of the one ball that was coming straight at her head, and she was able to still make a great play and keep Ernesto and Stevie back in the court.
Yep, sometimes you just got to get your paddle there.
Fantastic court coverage from Jacob.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's everywhere. Lots of energy over there. He's covering lots of court.
Almost had that one back as well. Good put away though from Ernesto. Little uncharacteristic error there from Ernesto. Went for the heavy slice that he likes so much on that return. Just pushed it a little bit wide. 18-12. Service called Just Eat. Obviously for the Lions here, a little bit, a good spot to be in, but a tough spot to be in, right? Up 3 games to 0. They're playing for the points on the board. At the end of the day, standings, points, pride. So a little bit tougher, maybe, especially at the end of a long day, to stay as focused as the Pronghorns are, trying to take one here and not leave a goose egg on the board.
Of course, it's hard to stay focused near the end of the day. Not a lot of matches, a lot of ups and downs and emotions involved. But of course, all these games are really important to each player and their statistics, like you mentioned. I promise you, nobody likes to lose at this level.
Heck of a good look, though, in tight quarters by Stevie there.
Yep, that was a good look, for sure. Really forced to try and curve that ball in because you don't have a lot of space.
We are at game point here, 2015.
What a reach.
Just off the edge of Stevie's paddle, and that'll be the game.
Really great win by the Prairie Pronghorns there. That's definitely a confidence builder. It's a really good team. They just beat really good performance by them.
That's a heck of a way to end it for them, making sure they were able to pull out one game. So we end up with a 3-1 score for the match, going the way of the Lions over the Pronghorns.